let's talk about something that we think is a fantastic idea. Although I don't like government overreach in any way, shape, or form, I do like this in idea and practice. I don't like government involvement, but whatever. I mean, not whatever, but either way, Uber and Lyft rides in Colorado may be requiring video monitoring.
Well,
and it
what do we
already
talk
passed
about?
the first hearing.
What do we say? It's a must. The number one safety tool of a driver.
A dash cam.
A dash cam.
Or a pew pew. Pew pew.
Well, no, pew pew is tough. Okay, here's the deal. So the person who wrote this bill, all right, her name is Miss Wolford, and she's a House member in Colorado. Okay, so it took this to get this kind of bill going. She was assaulted sexually by a driver, and because it hit too close to home, now she wrote this bill. Uber Lyft riders will require monitoring under the bill, up for its first hearing on Thursday. Drivers for companies like Uber and Lyft would be required to continuously record video and audio throughout every ride under passenger safety bill that gets its first hearing. I don't think this is going to go anywhere, but if it does, I think every driver should have a dash cam, and if you don't have one, you're playing with fire. So the requirement is one of several proposed changes to the TNC Protection Act. So Colorado is becoming a huge pain in the ass for Uber and Lyft these days. It's bill after bill, bro. Bill after bill. Sponsors say the hope is that the recordings will help rideshare companies verify drivers' identities while they're working and provide evidence to investigate passenger complaints. People get into an Uber or Lyft and they think they're going to be safe, and they expect that these companies have vetted the drivers. Well, to a point they have. And the reality is that they don't do a very good job of vetting the drivers, said Democratic Rep. Jenny Wolford of North Glen, Colorado. The bill requires rideshare companies to pay for and install the recording systems. It also bans drivers from offering their riders food or a drink. We just put out a short. Johan put out a short yesterday about a lady supposedly complaining because she thought she was roofied by a driver because he handed her a bottle of water. So stop handing people shit. Wolford made some significant changes to the bill ahead of the first hearing, in part to strengthen it in response to stakeholders. The original legislation would have let drivers or passenger opt out of the continuous recording. The other thing she did is she was requiring drivers to be fingerprinted, all of them. That's not going to go anywhere. Uber and Lyft will take off. I think if people know that there is a live audio, there is a video as well. Okay, people. Now, Uber gives you the choice to record audio and video on your own phone. Me and Chris, we both think it's useless. Okay, because it's at night. Your phone may be old.
Useless. It's like a backup. I would consider it like a safe track. It's something but the problem is, your phone camera is going to be pointed at you. It's not going to be pointed away because, let's face it, you're looking at your phone to see where you're going and what rides are coming in and all that stuff. If you're driving at night or in low light conditions, your front-facing camera is not going to be able to record anything that's going on. You're only going to be able to get audio at that point, or maybe the passing streak of light that's going on when you're passing through a little bit more lighted area. So something like a dedicated dash camera that is going to be able to have full view of what's going on within the car, with the IR or the night vision capable to see what's going on in low light situations. That is obviously by far the most primary way to do it. It can be a good backup if needed, or just to have kind of like that safe track. Because how many times have you heard, oh, I do have a dash camera, but for some reason the dash camera wasn't recording, or whatever it might be. Did you really have a dash camera at that point? I don't know. I'm starting to err on that side.
Yeah. Now, so this is a bill that we'll see how this goes, but Colorado, really, truly, I mean, they have the transparency bill that's going on right now. And in fact, I received an email from a Colorado driver since the transparency bill has come out. He said he's complaining. I don't know if there's a correlation or not, but he says his tips are down about 15% because with the Transparency Act, Rideshare Transparency Act, the rider sees what the driver is making. Okay, maybe riders are thinking they're making too much. I guess I don't know, but
Well, because
yeah, this
everybody wants to
bill.
get there for free. But the reality is, like, you see what you're making or what you're paying versus what the driver's making. Should you make you go like, huh? What the hell's going
Well,
on here?
yeah, exactly. But it's one driver, so small sample size, obviously.
Yep.
But
Edge case.
Jenny Wilford, she is bringing this bill up because she was sexually assaulted, literally in front of her house, when she was getting dropped off on a rideshare trip, and she said, "Hell with this." I guess only legislation like this comes around, if bad things happen to them. We've
Yeah.
been talking
Yeah.
about safety issues forever now, but we'll see. I don't think this is going to go too
Look,
far.
I mean, I like the fact that of them requiring the companies to pay for it. I think that's great.
Yeah,
When it comes down to it, the ban of driver offering riders food or drink, I think is a good thing as well because,
yeah,
let's face it, the liability that you could pose from that, even though chances are nothing is going to happen. But yeah, as you said, Johan had the video posted yesterday, or 2 days ago or whatever it was about that when it came to the water. And you know what? If you're getting paid peanuts, why would you be giving stuff out for free when, you know, I wouldn't be doing that. But yeah, I think it's a good step in the direction to get drivers to have dash cameras. I just don't like the government overreach saying, "Hey, you need to have this" and that type of thing. I think this is something that where drivers should just be like, "Yeah, let's get a camera. Let's make sure we're protected because you're the one who's giving the rides. You want to cover your own ass and make sure everything is good." Um, all of that good stuff. So yeah,
yeah. No,
we
I agree.
definitely like dash cameras and
Yeah,
are huge proponents of having a dash camera because it does cover your ass on so many things. You can't lie on a dash cam, or I mean, on dash cam footage. It's there, especially something that's put up to the cloud. Let's say Uber or Lyft are able to access it at that point too, so maybe they can take a look at that footage. If there's a complaint,
yeah,
and see what's going on. So like those types of things could be potentially helpful when it comes to getting to the bottom of certain things and making sure. The problem is they're looking at it the wrong way. So this person is saying, "Oh, I was SA'd in a car from a driver," but the reality is it's the driver protecting themselves as well too.
yeah, yeah. You need a dash cam, and if this becomes law, yeah, it's going to be costly for Uber and Lyft. I don't know how many drivers there are in Colorado, but I'm assuming probably 100,000 or so, right? And what's going to happen? There's privacy issues. This is going to go places, but always protect yourself. And like the video from the Nexar, ad that said, right? Pictures worth 1,000 words, videos worth 1,000,000 words. You
Mhm.
can't. Videos don't lie. It's
Yep.
what happened. That's it.
And you know, uh, just saying real quick, yeah, Nexar was our sponsor. They're still doing the $10 discount as well. So you can go to use code RSG Nexar. So if you want to get the camera, link's going to be in the description below. So you can check that out. But yeah, absolutely, definitely get a dash camera. It's just something that you need to make sure that everything's good in the event some issue happens.
Yeah,
All right.
that's right.
So this person asks, my question is, how do I know what to charge people for rides? First off, you should be doing it through the app. We don't do cash rides. We don't do family and friends rides because you're going to open yourself up to too much liability.
Well, in
If you
case you're
are,
doing it, in case you're
if you
doing
are
it,
do, hold on. If you are going to do your own cash rides, make sure you have everything you need, meaning the proper insurance, proper registrations, all that good stuff. So if something happens while you're out on the road, because let's face it, likely something could, you don't have some issues coming back to you. So make sure you have everything copacetic and good to go. That's my disclaimer before Sergio gives what he wants to talk about.
no, I mean, look, if you're going to do friends and family trips and you don't know what to charge, you shouldn't be in that business then. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, you need to know. I don't know what kind of car you drive. I don't know what kind of service you're going to give. Do you drive a 20-year-old Prius or do you drive a escalate. I don't know. Vague questions like that, it's like, then don't go anywhere here. But anyway, let's move on.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.